Desiree Terrassa, and my husband and I have been fostering for probably around 3 years. It started off with dogs at first, and then there was a diabetic cat who needed a home so that it would be helpful with the insulin regimen, and then kittens.
My name is Melody Spiegel, and I have been fostering for 5 years. I foster kittens mainly, bottle babies. I've done the occasional puppy, and occasionally an adult that needs some time away from the shelter, but mostly kittens.
We love all of it. There's a certain joy with the kittens, you know, doing the bottle feedings, but then also at the same time we have our own 3 dogs, and seeing them get to play with a foster dog is also such a joy, and we love all of it.
I just love nurturing little babies and helping them, and my passion is helping animals, so getting to do it regularly and like falling in love all over again every time, and getting to interact and meet so many different little beings.
It's hard to put into words, or at least I struggle putting it into words, when you bring an animal home and that first day give you this look where they almost know that you've saved them, and this look of thankfulness and gratitude. It's really hard for me to put into words, but we had a foster kitten named Jet, and on day 1, this was him just kind of giving me those thank you eyes and just looking up at me, and it just like they know that they've just been saved. It's just the most amazing feeling I've ever felt in my life.
Because you're saving lives, literally. If there's nowhere for an animal to go, then it just stays on the street. And there's just so many that need it. It's really rewarding. It's heartbreaking, but it's worth it. And it's just very much needed. We need more people to do it, to save more and more lives, and eventually, hopefully, stop the cycle of kittens being on the street.
You're right, there's 2 different scenarios of saying goodbye. Either, bringing them back to the shelter, which is hard because you've spent time with them and grown to love them. It's like they've become this part of your family. And I just have to remind myself that there's others out there that need help, because you want to keep them all. Like, we've wanted to keep every foster, but we have to remind ourselves that our mission is to help as many as we can.
Letting go sucks. It's definitely the hardest part, but it's the most important part, because that makes room for the next group that needs you.
And then, as you mentioned, it might be hospice or something, and saying goodbye that way. We actually took on some kitties where we didn't know that it was going to be hospice. Our plan was to foster, and that was the gift we wanted to give them, was the gift of fostering, and it ended up being that we gave them the gift of hospice, which was still a beautiful gift. It meant a lot to us that they got to pass as a part of a family. They had names, they weren't alone, so that ended up meaning a lot to us, that we got to give them that gift.
When I started at SoHumane, I just started to walk dogs. I didn't anticipate fostering, and it's become what I do more now than anything. And I'm so glad, I'm just so glad that I started here and have continued here. It's really helped me develop my passion for helping animals and become more involved. And fosters are just constantly needed, and it's important, I think, to know how much support there is from the shelter, as far as supplies and food and all of that, but also, emotional, and, just being there and having someone to talk to. Everyone here is amazing, and it makes it so much better and more fulfilling to have, just to know everyone's got your back and they'll help you if you need it. And the foster team as a whole, like everyone's just amazing, and it's nice to have, you know, connections with other people that share the same experiences and